Elon Musk and Donald Trump are lying about why they're bringing the white South Africans to America. There's two reasons why, and I believe I figured it out. Let's start with the history of the situation. The first reason. So in 1913, South Africa was ran by white supremacists called the Union of South Africa, which consisted of the British Empire. Black Africans were excluded from political participation and representation. This was the same year Louis Botha and Jan Smuts came with the Natives Land Act of 1913, which restricted land ownership to black Africans and reserved it for the white settlers. The exact same thing they was doing to black people in America, except they stripped us of our whole identity. Black Africans were also segregated the same way. Education, healthcare, finances, landowners stripped of their land. Now let's jump to 2025 and you have this administration bringing in white South Africans. They claim that it's because of genocide on white South Africans, but I know for a fact that's a lie. In 2018, South Africa elected a president and then re-elected him in 2024 named Cyril Ramaphosa. He's implemented an equality for all approach. He said the persecution of white South Africans is a lie. They were not victims of any violent attacks. There's no genocide going on. The truth is, he passed a law called the Expropriation Act, which allows the government to take away land from its owner without compensation for public purposes or public interest. This is why Elon Musk and Donald Trump are screaming genocide, because he's taking back the stolen land and giving it back to the rightful owners, or using it for things like infrastructure and access to resources. There's only 7% of white South Africans, but yet they own 70% of the land. So he's reversing the entire Natives Land Act of 1913. That's what this is all about. Now with Elon, he's a white South African born under the Natives Land Act. That's why he's so involved. David Sachs is a white South African. Peter Thiel is a white South African. All are billionaires and the biggest supporters of Trump's administration. This is one reason why the lie was started to get them over here. Now the second reason, the white population in America is declining. They're having more deaths than births. It's a fact. You can look it up. They're becoming a minority in this country. Whether you want to hear it or not, these are facts. So in order to boost their population, they had to do this. First, stop abortions, which is the reason for the reversal of Roe versus Wade. White women's abortion rate is around 33 to 34%, which is second behind black women. They don't really care about stopping abortions for black women as long as they can bring that percentage down for white women. Then you open the borders. And who were they bringing in at first? The Ukrainian people, remember? All white. They let 1.1 million of them over here. So then you reclassify them as white, increase the white population, but make it seem like it's the Hispanic and Caribbean immigrants that's the problem. Put the spotlight on them and have a few of them deported so everybody forgets about the Ukrainian immigrants that came over. We were